What up? Welcome into another NBA episode with the OG crew. We got everybody back in the building, and I got a lot of comments, you guys. I didn't even tell you guys. They were loving this. I think we had a clean sweep on our best bet segment there on Tuesday. So nice work from everybody there. I'm gonna go around the horn. Coming to you first here, Dutchy. How's NBA been treating you? How you feeling today?
Yeah, man. The NBA is a hell of a drug. And you looking at the plugs. Yeah, man. Ain't that the goddamn truth? Feeling good. Have Brooklyn, faded Brooklyn early this morning. Then, all the way in motherfucking Paris. And we still get the bag, god damn it. First half, -2. It's good money, man. It's good money. Up 20. See, they're making a little bit of run here. Brooklyn is, but I don't give a fuck about that basketball game no more because we did what we needed to do, and that was cash. Coming off a beautiful West Coast Wednesday, went 3-0 on the board, 2-0 in live play. Shout out to my guy Wham Bam. Joined us at All About the Hoops last night. We went 4-0 on live plays. Me and my guy Billy Briz did hit the Wizards at 10.5. And me and my guy Wham Bam got the motherfucking Boston Celtics at plus money last night. That's right. Went to overtime, handled business. Shout out to the Leprechauns finding a way to get out of Beantown with a W against Minnesota, who showed up in that basketball game. And then of course, Pelicanos continue to do what they do. Shout out to the Utah Jazz, man. Best thing going right now in Utah, the Jazz, man, the motherfucking Jazz. So I'm eager. Good to have all the fellas in here. I'm glad I'm able to make a show. Sometimes Thursdays be hit or miss for me, but it's good to be here, break bread with y'all. Got a light card. Got one more play official so far, but looking at another one. But I wanted to break it down with the fellas.
It's always good to come in here, break it down. We always, we talk each other into some plays most days, and sometimes we talk each other off a play. Urbano, how you feeling today? And how's everything been treating you?
Yeah, it was a good night last night. The Jazz, as Dutch mentioned, I was on them. The Raptors over, which was perfect ever since they made the trade with the New York Knicks and other over cashes there. So those were the two bets that I was on my two favorite bets last night. So nice to see them cash. And it's nice to see, the great harmony with the NBA OG show. We love each other. It's like a brotherhood. It's like a family here with Skee and Wham and Dutch. Unlike, we got a crazy world where we got comedians hating each other. We got Stephen A. Smith versus fucking Jason Smith right now. We want to kill each other right now and feuding left and right. But it's nothing but love here with this group.
Straight up.
It's all love. It's all love.
All love. You already know. Wham Bam. Talk to him. How you feeling today?
Always motherfucking love, man. Sorry for giving the curse words in 3 minutes. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, man, it's always love. Shout out to the chat always, man. Adam Larkin, Raven, Casey coming with the last, man. Lynette. Shout out to you. Man, it's going up right now. I can't wait to cap this card with my boys. Like you said, it's all love. With the world going crazy, this has been a cold little first 10 days, man, in 2024. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of funny stuff. Judges getting tackled, all type of shit. So it's a lot of things to be thankful for sure. And I'm thankful definitely to be here with you guys. NBA has been doing good for me. Like my guy Dutch said, we had some good plays last night. Shout out to Jordan Clarkson continuing to hoop. Yeah, shout out to that too. So yeah, man, we've been doing it. We're doing it up right now. And looking at this live game right now. So if I see anything live, we might have something live for y'all, but I'm watching it. But we just keep it locked in. Shout out to Casey though. She is hilarious, bro.
Yeah, Casey is live. She's always trying to have a good time in the chat. Let's get to it. We got 4 games for the NBA today. One of them's already going in the fourth quarter. So first one up for us, 571, 572. Boston Celtics heading into Milwaukee to take on the Bucks. Game open. Bucks -6.5, all the way down to -2. Total open 239.5, all the way up to 245. I think a lot of people were not expecting Boston to be playing everybody today. I mean, everybody's out there except for Al Horford. So I think that's why we see a big move down in the line, as well as, these Bucks have been pretty stinky. So I'm gonna come back here to you, Wham Bam. I can't trust the Bucks. I don't know if you're gonna look at a side here, even the spot for the Celtics. I still can't trust the Bucks. I think I know where you're going here. I think Casey does too. Tell the people how to get paid on Celtics and Bucks.
Man, this boy Caillou, bro, he's starting to get on my damn nerves. I'm not gonna lie. Especially, I love the fact that Al Horford is out though, because it makes me want to go points, rebounds, and assists with Caillou over 23.5. He could probably get to 20 points by himself, just in the points. But he's been passing the ball. He's been what we've seen from Marcus Smart lately, as what he was for this Celtics team. That's what he's kind of been enforced into this role, especially coming off the second unit, running the second unit there. So Derek White, man, on the assist is kind of alarming to think so, but I think he does bounce back with the points here. So I think the 23.5 is where I'm going to go. Derek White, I don't want to go all strictly points, even though it's starting to lower here. It's at 14.5. He hasn't been able to get this number. I mean, he hasn't been able to get over his point total over the last few games. The way they've been setting, they've been pretty sharp. He's averaging about 13 points over the last 7 games. So it hasn't even had average this total here either. But I kind of think this is one of those spots here. Like you said, I don't fucking Bucks for shit at all. I think their defense sucks when you only have the best defender is Malik Beasley. And that's not telling us anything there on the perimeter. Obviously, they got defense down low, but outside of that, their perimeter is shot. So I expect Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, all those boys to go off. And I think Derek White is going to be a catalyst of that as well. So points, rebounds, and assists is Derek White. Where are we going there? 23.5 minus 102. And then as far as the ball head, Caillou, that's where we're going to go with him. I think it's only right that me and Dutch go back to the well with this plus money with the Celtics, bro. I like the Celtics here. I think they are going to win this game. I know that Giannis, he called these boys out not too long ago. They still fucking lost. Said that these boys need to wash the clothes better. They need to do all type of shit. What's they been doing? They suck, bro. They suck. So yeah, I like the Celtics here. I'm trying to wait for y'all to kind of validate that for me. I want to see. I really want to talk to Dutch because we hopped on him yesterday. We got money with him. Maybe this is another chance. I know Giannis could go down there, and we do want Al Horford down there, but man, fuck these boys, man. They gonna give it up from 3. They gonna give it up from perimeter. I like the Celtics tonight, man. So what you think, bro?
Dutchy.
Man, oh man, oh man. I don't like what I just heard, my guy. Don't like it. Because let me tell you this right now. Already locked in. And I expected, the line to move a little bit, to be honest with you. Because I thought maybe Horford, not just Horford would be out. But it's fear the motherfucking deer. Early and often. I locked in the first half. Might get to the window on this full game because it keeps trickling down. You got a this is you, Skee. Why are you scary, bro? You got a motherfucking team 2 days off. All right, so they're the more rested team. They're the home team. They're off of getting smacked. They lost 4 out of the last 5. Prior to that, have won 9 out of the last 10 basketball games. So how bad is the Milwaukee Bucks? Dame in and out of the lineup will be ready to rock and roll tonight. Might be a daytime night. Might be daytime. Lost to this team already to Boston by 3, 119-116 earlier this year. Smacked them by like 40 the first time. Probably why Giannis, got in his feelings a little bit. But this is one game, guys. This is one game. Okay, it's not saying Milwaukee's better than Boston by any means, but this is one game, and we're gonna take advantage of the low number and the fact that Boston's gonna go out there and run their guys after they just played an overtime basketball game. Another big sign for Skee to be on Milwaukee here. You got a team coming off of overtime in a game that me and Wham Bam watched live straight up every fucking second of it. And these motherfuckers had to put in every single thing they had to beat Minnesota last night without, a couple of their starting guys. I believe they're missing Gobert and someone else as well. So, let's talk about it. 42 minutes from Tatum, 43 from our boy D White, 38 from Horford, who obviously ain't playing, had 11, 8, and 6 last game against these boys, 39 for Drew, and 43 fucking minutes for JB. And we know Boston is top heavy, and you're also taking out Horford off of this team, as we just mentioned. So the bench is even lighter. These boys is going to get tired. And honestly, I just think Milwaukee is embarrassed after losing by Utah as an 8.5-point favorite at the crib. Let's remember these folks. Fear the Deer handles business in Milwaukee. It's fucking Fear the Deer early and often. For official show purposes right now, because it's the only thing I bet, Milwaukee Bucks first half. But, we'll talk about it a little more and probably get to the window full game because Giannis will have a game. And Boston don't give a fuck about this game today. I really don't think they do.
I don't know. I get all the
You
points,
go ask
and
me
you're
all
right.
the time. Shit.
You're right. It's 2 days rest compared to 0. Usually, that's a spot that I like to look at. It's a Milwaukee Bucks spot, 100%. But can we trust the Bucks? I just don't know. They've been stinking it up, man. I don't know. Ian, I'm coming to
Living in
you.
the moment, Ski. Living in the motherfucking moment. The party guy.
Doug says the Celtics don't care tonight. I mean, do you think they care? They do have a full lineup minus Al Horford.
So for me, it's Celtics or pass, but I don't feel great about it because of the spot. Because you look at this Celtics team, they're off the game against Minnesota last night, which they had to work their ass for last night. They had to really battle to get that one into the win column. It's a rest advantage. Giannis is calling out his teammates, the coaches, the fucking trainers, everyone on the team after that last loss. And I'd expect them to respond. And I think if you like Milwaukee, the approach Dutch took is a good one first half. Because I don't know if I trust them for the full game, but if they don't want to come out with some fire in their fucking belly after the last few games in the first 12 minutes or 24 minutes and want to make a statement, then there's something wrong with Milwaukee if that's not the case. So I think early you could look in that. I do have a bet, but it's the total. I agree with the move up. I think Milwaukee will score on a tired Celtic team, but I don't trust this Milwaukee defense either right now, especially when they face good teams that can move the ball, that have lethal options offensively like the Boston Celtics do. So this total being hammered up, and especially with Horford out, I think a little quicker pace as well maybe tonight for this Boston Celtics team. When you look at their starting lineup, that'll help. And really, to be quite honest with you, Horford out, Porzingis in, you're a better offensive team with that being the case. So I like points in this game. Nothing on the side, so over 244.5 for me.
Herbert says it's moving up, but it's not up high enough. Nice work there, saturated on your Allen over his rebounds. I remember you shouting that out in the earlier show. And
Hell of a stat by Bets by Itachi. Hell of a stat.
Oh yeah, it was. I'll put it back up there.
Mm-hmm.
He said
you
he
might
shared
want to read that a couple times, Ski.
rested home favorites facing unrested opponents off overtime wins. 17-2 ATS.
89.5. Good Lord. Hey, that's a stat I like. God damn it. Shit. That's the comment of the day. Comment of the motherfucking day.
All right. Dutch really likes those Bucks.
I do.
I don't think I'll be involved in this game. I'm perfectly fine watching the Bucks win. I'll say, all right, you guys took care of business in the spot you're supposed to. If they lose, I'll be like, I dodged the bullet trying to fucking bet on the spot with the team I don't even trust. So it is what it is.
So you trust San Antonio, but you don't trust Milwaukee.
Versus the Pistons, I do.
Hell yeah.
That's about the opponent.
Good answer. Good answer.
The Celtics are big difference.
It's a good answer. Great answer. Quick and good.
Yeah, but Jimmy Gomez says Boston 5-1 with no rest this year, straight up. So there you go.
Yeah. Right. How many of those were just a piss the fuck out Milwaukee Bucks basketball team? Shout out to Jimmy G.
Well, there you go. It's point counterpoint. That's what
clean though, but I like that over though. I think the over makes the most sense there. So shout out to y'all like that. They got that good number there, like Casey did.
A lot of good ways to get in on this game. Everybody likes a little something different, and you guys can be the judge and choose what you like based on what you heard. So, next game, we'll move right along. 573, 574. Everybody's interested in the last game. I like this game. OKC opened up minus 13.5. They're now minus 12.5. Total open 233. And we're looking at consensus of 236. For the injury report, let me just hit refresh one time. Ayton is doubtful. Moses Brown is out. Jabari Walker Jr. is game time decision. OKC, the only team in the league who doesn't have anybody on the injury report. I'm liking that from OKC. Like, we don't never really see that anymore besides from them. So this game, though, I'm going to come to you, Ian, because it's your Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm curious what you want to do with them. I'll say this. OKC is looking a little bit different right now in 2024 than OKC of 2023. And OKC right now, not playing a whole lot of defense. And if you're not playing defense, I'm not laying double digits with you. Can you get there with OKC, or are you maybe looking at the total?
Yeah, it's a pass. I mean, I don't want the Blazers, clearly. Blazers are not a team I trust at all. Then they've obviously, and look, it was a great look to go under, and Knicks and Portland team total under against the Knicks. We all talked about that on Tuesday. And if you bet all three, they all hit. You went 3-0 with Knicks, with under, and with Blazers team total under in that game. I mean, as much as you could say Oklahoma City defensively has fallen off a bit, and there's truth to that, they have fallen off a bit. Portland's offense is not something I really trust here to take advantage of that. And you've got Thunder back at the house here tonight, where I think you're going to see them want to play better, because the last couple of home games for them were actually they won at home. It's the road where it's given them issues, but they've been just excellent at home. 14-5 straight up, 14-5 against the spread at home. It is back-to-back, and it is a rest advantage for Portland. There's no question that's going to help the Blazers here. But I don't want Portland. And I love this OKC team. But do I love them enough to lay 12.5 in this spot? No. So stay away game for me.
Fair enough. It's an ugly dog. Raven Ron says Oklahoma City under giddy. Everybody's playing with the tunes now. Everybody loves the Oklahoma City. There's a comment here that says it's from Manny. Let me pull it back up. Dutch about to get on Skee for taking Portland. So Dutch, I faded OKC in the last game. I picked the Dirty Wizards. They covered the spread. The same premise here. And this time OKC is unrested. So do you think I'm cutting up for taking the Blazers?
Shit, I don't think I know your ass is cutting up. Shout out to Manuel. He read my mind, man. He must be a loyal viewer, because the first thing I thought was, oh, so this motherfucker trusts the Trailblazers? This motherfucker against Oklahoma City. What are you gonna say to that? Because they playing the motherfucking Thunder, and god damn it, Thunder Buddy is shit, man. Thunder Buddy is it this year. It's a thing to do to be a Thunder Buddy this year. Believe it. I mean, yeah, they might be giving up a little more buckets than we would like, but they still, I believe, 9-4 against the number last 13 overall. Handle business for your boy last night in South Beach. Nobody played over 34 minutes, and this team played 11 guys last night. 11 guys. They're deep. They got young talent too. Nobody's really old on that whole basketball team. So a back-to-back to me. Come on, man. It ain't really much to me. And let's talk about it. They're 3-0 against these Blazers last three meetings, covered 2 out of the 3, and the average margin is 20 points per game. So really, I mean, all you could say is on a back-to-back. Okay, so that's not enough for me to go to the window with these bummy-ass Blazers who really don't have, guys in and out. Sure, they got a couple guys that can put the ball in the bucket, but overall, I think OKC can pretty much pick the number at any time. If they get down by 12, 14 points in this game, I could still see them winning by double digits. It's just levels to this shit, and they're that much on another level than the Portland Trailblazers. Back-to-back, 4 games, 5 games. I don't give a fuck what you say. It's just what it is. The Thunder are nice, man. Chet Holmgren, engine, 110% the entire game, up and down the floor. Moves his feet all nonstop on defense, like terrific from the perimeter. I mean, this guy is fucking nice, bro. Shout out to your boy Hami too from UCLA last night. Had a hell of a game. Watched it. But Chet, man, best thing going. Wemby had a triple-double last night. Shout out to him as well. But if you ask me right now, I'm taking Chet, bro. I'm taking Chet out of anybody. And then out of them 3 for sure, automatically it's Chet to me. But yeah, we always talk about Shea. We know what it is, man. There's levels to this shit. So it's Thunder or nothing, but I don't need to bet this basketball game.
Well, it's all right. I'll be cutting up. I'll be by myself. I'll be on
Go
the
ahead, man.
island.
Talk some sense into his ass.
Hey man, somebody has to, huh? Somebody has to. I don't know, bro. I think this is one of those moments you cap the capper. My boy been taking these bums serious, man. He's been taking these bums serious, and he's actually getting to the window with them, bro. I've been following. I've been paying attention. I mean, it was a bum fight yesterday, so yesterday don't count. I ain't gonna count that one, but he been on them though. He been on
Wizards yesterday too. Now,
yeah, he had the Wizards.
Yeah, the Wizards was so like.
Yeah, and he actually been liking the Wizards a lot lately. So and I did have Portland to win. Like I had that overtime. I had a money line and the overtime win when they played against Brooklyn. So I can see this team playing a little bit up today. I'm not gonna lie. So I will give I give Skee a little credit. I'm gonna crap the capper here. I'm not gonna think too much of what I was thinking because I was pretty much thinking the same thing Dutch was. It's another level here. The best player on the floor is gonna be Shea. They even got better players like Isaiah Joe is gonna be pretty consistent today. He's been shooting really, really well as of lately. I think shooting 45% from 3 on 4 attempts, making two a game. They got his 3-point prop all the way up to 2.5 now, so they expect him to have an uptick today. I don't know, bro. I don't know though, man. I think Skee might be telling me a little bit something here about this Portland Trailblazers. I'm gonna have to stay away from this game like you, Dutch. But if I had to have free play, I'm riding with Skee here. I think Portland probably is a good sharp side.
Let's start right here really quick. Another stat by Itachi. Dutch like the Itachi stats. Let's look at this one.
I knew you was gonna say
Small sample size, but with margin.
Yeah, look
This
at that
last
sample size. What the fuck is that shit?
It's unrested home favorites.
It's a tough
off
spot
a
for
4-game
OKC.
road trip.
Yep.
I mean,
It
flat spot, right? First game back home after a
Yep.
long road trip,
Yep.
and they just played last night.
Yep.
Then they're about to sleepwalk out there tonight, man. They don't care about this basketball game. And
You
a lot of
didn't
talk.
see the last part though. He said, "But I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's all right.
But I can't do it."
It's all right. Hey, when I gave Wizards versus the Thunder as my best bet on Wednesday, everybody in the chat said, "Don't do it, Skee. Don't do it. Please don't do it."
I
I'm gonna
did
do it
too.
again here right now
I was
in this
wondering
game. They're talking about defense, right? The no defense Blazers. What has the Thunder been doing? Thunder are the third worst defensive rated team the last 5 games. In 2024, it's not the Thunder of 2023. They've been in terrible spots for one. They started off the year, they played one game, I think, at home, and they had a back-to-back. Every game since then, they've been traveling, and they have another back-to-back here right now. Not a great spot for this OKC team who's already not playing any defense. Portland, yes, Portland, the better defensive rated team last 5 games. Portland, the better rebounding team last 5 games. How can you trust a team that's playing no defense to cover by 13 points? Won't be me. Portland in my pocket, man. Give me the Blazers. We'll move over to the next game. That's 575, 576. Knicks, Dallas. This game opened Mavs -1. Flip of favorites. They're now Knicks -4. Total open 234.5. Haven't really seen much movement. Still 234.5. So I'm gonna come to you here, Wham Bam. I'm unsure what direction you're gonna look at this game. I know I have a feeling where Dutch is gonna go with this one, but Knicks have been playing really good basketball since they made that trade. 5-0 against the spread, 5-0 to the under. How do you think this one shakes out tonight?
I'm on the Knicks, bro. I'm on the Knicks. I'm not gonna waste no time around it. I think since the trade, it's just been one of the things you gotta lock in with. I do like that Kyrie's getting a little testy. He started talking a little bit more shit now. You know what I'm saying? He's starting to get in his groove. So I do agree with you, Paul Roke, with the Kyrie plus points. I think he has a good game today. I think they're gonna go crazy with him because maybe he feels a little disrespect. Maybe he feels a little disrespect here because he had a little wording back and forth with fucking Xavier Tillman and shit. So I think that they're going to play a little bit better on the offensive side of the ball, more than what we expect. Dallas, that is. But then there's still a lot more, timely possessions that's going to still lean towards the Knicks way. I think this is not going to be an easy win, or something that is going to see that it's going to be a clear blowout at any stretch of this game. But down the stretch, they will hold down the timely possessions and be able to cover this 4 here. So I took the 3.5 last night with the Knicks. I definitely agree with this 4. And I know it's been moving backwards there. I think it was at 5 earlier this morning, and even got all the way down to 4 now. So it's a little bit back and forth here, a little buyback here, but I'm rocking with the Knicks here.
So I want to come to Dutch next on this one. And I know if Luka was in, I know you would be rocking with your boy, but no Luka. The thing I want to mention is, so far when we've seen this Dallas team without Luka, with Kyrie, and without Lively even, they're 5-0 ATS. So do you think they can stay within the number versus these red hot New York Knicks?
Man, oh man. Yeah, it's true. No Luca, no motherfucking bueno. That's absolutely the truth. Mm. Oh man, what's up with this hater right here though? You know, it takes hate to be great. Mr. Cal, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, my guy. I appreciate you. I need motherfuckers like you. I need motherfuckers like you. But yeah, man, this was the one game I was thinking about talking about. To be quite honest with you, this was the one I was thinking about. I think it's levels to this shit without Luca. Luca has to do an awful lot, right? I mean, this motherfucker is the best thing going. We done talked about it, and they still have trouble, getting it done in games. I mean, the one thing I don't like is coming off of Memphis smackdown. I mean, they smacked them by 17 with the B squad in there over there in Memphis. Obviously in Dallas at the crib. Game wasn't close, and the final wasn't really either. 17-point loss there. Really just got kind of bullied. I watched that game. Marcus Smart was doing his thing. They just kind of bullied Dallas, as we talked about before. Big knock on Dallas for me is they're soft as fuck. I mean, they really are. Let's keep it a buck. They're outside. I mean, they're just soft, bro. They really. I'm not saying Luka soft, but the team down low where you need guys to be, gritty. They don't got it. They really don't. So I think the Knicks, obviously, Julius Randle's playing out of his mind. Jalen Brunson, you got the factor of him going back to Dallas. OG, they've been juiced. I mean, they've been winning the games by 16 and I think 19 points per game now that we talked about it. They handled business against Portland, didn't need to overthink it. It was, levels, clear levels. And without Luka, I think really it should be the Knickerbockers tonight. This was the one game I did want to talk about a little bit. It kind of feels like it could be a little bit of a trap. I don't know why. I just felt that. Maybe it's because 17-point loss to Memphis that I'm gonna pump my brakes a little bit. First game without Luka back, but Luka does so much. He's so good, and this roster is so fucking light. I mean, just look at it. Outside of Kyrie, nobody you really want. I mean, Tim Hardaway Jr. can come off my bench any day, but outside of that, like Kyrie's the only motherfucker you want, even in your locker room. So especially in the starting lineup. So I look at it as Nick should come in there and handle business, man. I want to hear what y'all got to say, but that was the highlight I got. Haven't made it official, but I love the addition of OG. They're playing great defense, and they're just doing what they're just handling business. They're winning games in fashion, as I mentioned, damn near by 19. So I like the Knickerbockers here.
Babano, coming right to you, and I can't help but think everybody sees Luka out, they run to the window, bet New York. We've seen this, Babano.
No, man, I know.
We know how it goes. Everybody else who's going to be out on that court is going to be playing hard for Dallas. And more times than not this season when it's happened, the team missing their superstar gets the cash. Do you think that's how the game goes tonight?
I don't doubt that. Dallas will probably put up a good effort. It'll be competitive, probably for a good while. But the New York Knicks are just better right now, and they've been absolutely flat out outstanding since the trade. They play lockdown defense. They're not only winning games, they're winning games decisively since this trade. 6-point win to Minnesota, 16 against Chicago. They destroyed Philly, destroyed Washington, destroyed Portland. I mean, they have a double-digit win margin per game right now during this win streak. So I laid the 3.5 with the Knicks. I like New York here. I've been on New York multiple times since this surge happened, and I lean under as well. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And right now, the Knicks and the under have cashed in every game since this trade. And I think Dallas will have a good effort, good spirit. I don't doubt that. They've actually been pretty solid in games without Luka Doncic. But right now, the New York Knicks are just the better of these two teams at the moment. They're certainly the better defensive team right now. And I think that's going to prevail in the end. So New York Knicks -3.5. And I don't even mind the short number, considering the margin of victory we have seen from the Knicks here in these last few games. How they went into Philadelphia and just destroyed and dummied the Philadelphia 76ers in this game. I don't think asking them to win by at least 4 against Dallas is asking a lot.
I've been playing really good. UCapper makes a good point right here. It says, my thoughts on this, Skee. Knicks, so far since the trade, have been catching teams in bad spots. And just look at it a little bit. It says they played 2 teams on the second leg of back-to-back games. Sixers were the first leg of back-to-back games. Minnesota was in a bad traveling spot after the New Year. Blazers were on the 5th game of their road trip and 2nd game in East Coast time zone. Just thinks that the Knicks have been catching teams in bad spots. Could be another bad spot here without Luka, but we shall see. Like I said, without Luka, without Lively, but with Kyrie, Mavs have covered all 5 games. We'll see if they're competitive tonight. I do
You can add this
another.
to this too as a lucky spot for the Knicks. No Luca. It's
Yeah.
lucky as a motherfucker, man.
I think
Yeah.
the
Catch another break. Take
I agree.
advantage of it.
That's Cerrito. I think the Knicks are locked in and they're gonna take care of this shit. No Luca. Obviously, you won't. That's the reason why I think the line is giving us a little weird shit there. But
What's the my bad, Wham Bam. What's the if you could, Skee, you got that in front of you, the numbers on this? Is it crazy public? Everyone's on the Knicks. Is our guy Nucky
84%.
84? Good lord.
I
know you felt like trappy a little bit. It felt a little trappy, but that's the one. Yeah, God damn.
84%. Why haven't they moved to 5? Ask Let's Dance.
yeah, definitely on a short card too. This is definitely one of those games. If you don't love it, don't lock it in. Man.
Very simple.
This
All right,
NBA, man, it's like difficult.
It is.
In
It
situations like this with the star player out, it's like it's difficult.
Hey, in games like this,
If it wasn't
what I
the
would say-
surging Knicks, I might even be on Dallas tonight. But it's who they're playing. This is a team that's dialed in right now. Dialed.
I'm with you, bro.
And I'm rocking them until they lose.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. RC, he's heard me say this before, and when it's making too much sense to take one side, and especially when you got an injury like this, it's not about to hit. That's what I tell him. I said, it makes too much sense. It's not about to hit. That's how the NBA is right now.
Well, y'all make me want to cash out this motherfucker. Okay.
Mean Green's all over the Mavs. He
I might have to get in on the
That
Mavs. That's how I'm feeling,
on
man.
Twitter. If it's trending on Twitter, I'm out of here. No cap.
That's the kiss of death right there.
Nah.
That one.
I'm out of here. I'm about to check right now. I'm done.
I was like, oh, the Knicks, no Luka, like they're gonna handle business. But I was just like, man, there's something about this game, man. Something about it,
If y'all see that shit, tag me, man. Golly.
All right, let's move over to the last game for today. That is 577, 578. Phoenix and Lakers. Open Lakers -1.5. They're now +1.5. Total open 237. They're now 238. So usually on Laker games, I go to Wham Bam first, but I'm coming to Babano first here. We got a Laker fan, and we got a Laker hater on the panel. So we want to come with the voice of reason first. Babano, how can we get paid on Suns at Lakers?
Yeah, it's Lakers have won 2 in a row. Look out. The win streak's on the way here. They beat the Clippers and the Raptors back to back, although referee influenced game the other night against the Toronto Raptors, but 2 straight wins. It's a step in the right direction, at least for this Lakers team. Now they're playing a Suns team that I'm still waiting for them to really get their chemistry and their cohesion right. I mean, they've obviously been waiting and expecting big things from the Booker, Beal, Kevin Durant trio, and we just haven't seen them, always firing on all cylinders, not always playing their best basketball. And I'll say this, in that matchup the other night with the Clippers, they got destroyed, 138-111 to the Clippers. It was definitely an outstanding performance by the Clippers, an awful one. And I'm still concerned about the level of defense that we're seeing from the Suns. We're not seeing it on a nightly basis. I mean, the Clippers hung 130 plus against them in the 2 losses that they suffered both in Phoenix and in LA. They give up 121 and they lose as favorites against the Grizzlies. That's not what you want to see either. In that game from the Phoenix Suns, and that was a Grizzlies team too, one of the games that they played since John Morant was ruled out for the rest of the season. So I like the over. At the same time, I do think the Suns, when they look at some of these last few games, they're going to say, hold on now, we need to be better than this. We are better than this talent-wise, roster-wise right now. It's time to shape up and get the job done. And even though I don't really have the highest of aspirations long-term for the Phoenix Suns, I do like Phoenix in this spot tonight at a pick'em against a Lakers team that now we suddenly, they win 2 in a row against the Clippers and the Raptors, and now we're convinced that they're going to go on a hot streak right now. I'm going to have to see it before I believe it. They got every call to go their way in the fourth quarter against the Raptors the other night, and the Clipper game, credit to them for that win. But I think in this spot, Phoenix is coming to play. I like Phoenix. I also like over the total.
That over does sound good. I mean, whenever you have a Bradley, Bill, Katie, and Booker on the court together, I just automatically think points.
Yep.
I'm not gonna
Pace
lie.
and offense, and not always enough defense. That's what I
There you
think.
go.
Yep.
I'm with that. And Wham Bam, I got to come to you on that one. You know, he's talking. He likes the Suns. I don't know. I mean, I would argue. I mean, haven't the Clippers been playing good basketball? They've been playing damn good basketball for the Lakers to beat them. And
Right.
Raptors, since the trade, been playing pretty damn good basketball too. So, are the
Yeah.
Lakers trending up? Is this a Lakers spot, Wham Bam?
They already beat them when that in-season tournament back in December 5th. They was able to beat them. That was without Bill and all that stuff though. So we expect there to be a little bit more offense for sure. But the guy that no one really want to talk about is Anthony Davis. And obviously you hear my son, he's gonna scream and he's gonna say all whatever he wants in the background. But Anthony Davis, bro. Yeah, it's a part of the big three. Shout out to Boofer, man. Boofer is hilarious, bro. But the Anthony Davis, man, that I expect. We've been seeing it. We've been seeing it lately. He's looking in real clear MVP form. Very much the real reason why we were able to win those last few games, especially when it comes to that game with the Toronto Raptors, where there was a mismatch down low. Now, is there a big mismatch down low today? I think there is, as far as Nurkic, because what he's going to try to do is get him off the dribble. Got to shoot those shots, though. Got to shoot those threes that he's actually been getting up. He's got 2 for 2 last game. 1-3 against the Clippers. Didn't really have to do too much there. It was down low type of fest there, but he had the stretch floor against the Grizzlies there. He got 3 attempts. I think that's the kind of game plan that he has to continue to have throughout the rest of this playoffs. I mean, not playoffs, I'm sorry, but the rest of the season. He has to continue to stretch the floor because we don't have the shooters, and we need Anthony Davis to do every fucking thing. He has to be the MVP. It's unfortunate that no one wants to talk about it because LeBron is so great and he's dunking over Paul George and all the good stuff. But Anthony Davis, man, he has to be the guy here in this game, and that's the reason why I do like the Lakers here. And I did take the Lakers -1, and I'm not worried about them getting a little buyback, and it's now +1 in their favor because this is one of those games where you're not going to see a lot of love on one side. You're going to see love on both sides because you get KD against LeBron, something that we don't get to see enough within their career. So it's going to be a memorable game regardless of the fact of anything. This will be a memorable game. This will be a bigger game than what it's supposed to be anyway. And that being said, I think it's going to be centered around the best player on the floor, and it's going to be AD, man. I think AD puts Nurkic in the blender today, and he does it up. So I like AD to get 1-3 at +145, and then I also I want to figure out a way to I'm trying to figure it out. I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm trying to think a way of getting AD to have like 30 points, Lakers win, something like that type of combination here. But I like the Lakers today, and I took a -1, and I took 80 to get a 3 today at +145. So lock that in for me right now.
Wham Bam liking them Lakers pretty heavy. Casey says Wham will take the Lakers on a 15-game losing streak. You know she got to throw some jabs in there. Dutch, I know damn well you don't like the Lakers. Tell us why you like the Suns.
You damn right I don't like them motherfucking Lakers, bro. I love LeBron's breakdown. LeBron, that was a beautiful thing. That was a beautiful motherfucking thing, my guy. I don't know. Wham Bam might have his fan jacket on today with that Lake show. And when the last time AD went back to back? Didn't he just coming off a game where he looked like the best thing going? I mean, come on now. I mean, usually he's the type of motherfucker that be feeling himself for a couple of days after he looked like he should a little more consistently. But props to AD though, because he looked real good the other night against Toronto. Real good. Probably the best game I've seen him play in a while. But they played 2 back-to-back tough games, man. Come on, man. You got these Lakers on a high right now. D'Angelo ain't really too happy. I mean, they still can't buy a motherfucking bucket from the perimeter. I mean, this team from the 3-point line is just if LBJ ain't doing it, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I really don't. And AD hit a couple threes for y'all too. So, but as your wings, like in your guards, like they can't shoot the ball, man. They really can't. And D'Angelo, obviously, probably you're one of your more talented guards, ain't even happy right now. He pretty much say he missed a shot, he going straight to the bench.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You play like that. If you play basketball before, like it's very uncomfortable to play that way. You're just not happy. So and say what you will about the kid, you need him. You need D'Angelo Russell to be bought in right now with the roster you got. But I think this is a super, super good spot right here for the Suns, man. They just got smacked around. You got them coming off you got a team that has beat them 3 straight times this year. Already 3 times this year, the Lakers have beat the Suns. We talked about the KD LBJ thing. Come on, man. They're gonna get one. They're gonna get one. It's a low number right here, very low number. I like the Suns here. I think Nurkic will be big down low. I really think KD's gonna have a KD type basketball game, and Devin Booker's gonna do what the fuck he does, and that's probably get 30. All right, so Bradley is still trying to find his way in the mix, but maybe bring him more off the bench. Maybe you need more Grayson Allen and Eric Gordon in that starting rotation, and let Bradley have the green light off the bench. Whatever you got to do. To make it work, make the adjustments, Vogel. But the Suns, right? It's a clear Sun spot. Clear Sun spot. I like them here, and I will be going to the window with the Phoenix Suns.
Urbano and Dutch both like the Suns. Wham Bam liking the Lakers. I am gonna let these guys have this game. I'm betting
2 days rest too.
Points.
Well rested.
Yeah. Good points by everybody. I will let you guys have this game. I'll watch as a fan.
Just gonna let me get backed out, huh? All right.
Oh yeah, he was talking that shit like, oh, the Lakers are and then he's like, hey, if this motherfucker didn't have a Laker jacket on right now, he would be with me in Bobano.
That's what I was saying, man. I'm gonna get the strap down, bro. That's a cool.
Nah, I made sure not to put a Phoenix Suns hoodie on tonight. I'm not into betting the Lakers right now. That's all it is. I don't want that. Like, they're not. This is the battle of the current bums, but I don't know, man. Like y'all said, it's not a lot to like from what I've been seeing in LA. Until they show me some consistency, I promised myself I'm not gonna bet them. So I'm not gonna talk y'all into betting them. That's just how I feel.
It's all good.
The Suns have a better roster, but it's been a flighty roster. So we'll see.
It's all good. It's my boy, though. I love him to death. It's all good, RC.
Stay leaving Wham hanging. Can't do it tonight, man. I can't do it. All right, let's do our look ahead. It's gonna be a little bit different today. We're not talking basketball. We're talking a little bit of football. And the thing we'll do the same. We always have Urbano go first. So good amount of wild card games. Quickly, you can go through them however you like and let people know how you feel.
Yeah, it's a great weekend of games. We'll start with we'll go in order of day and time. So that means we'll start with Cleveland, Houston, the first game on Saturday afternoon. So Browns beat Texans pretty handily in the regular season. And Joe Flacco was in for that game, and he played well. And Houston struggled, and Houston didn't have C.J. Stroud, though, in that game. Case Keenum and Davis Mills were the quarterbacks that day for Houston. I know the rookie quarterback in the playoffs has been a bad bet. It hasn't been great. More losses than wins. But there's a part of me that thinks that Houston's live in this game. At 2.5, 3, I could only look at the Houston side. I'll probably play Houston for something in this game. And I like this total over, believe it or not. Cleveland's defense is worse on the road. They've become more of a pass-heavy team since Flacco took over, throwing to Cooper, throwing to Njoku, who I think are both going to be good player props in that game. And they haven't leaned on the Ford Hunt run game as much in recent weeks down the stretch. I think they're going to be able to throw on Houston because Houston's defense is better against the run than the pass, and vice versa. I think C.J. Stroud and the Texans can do enough on offense against the Browns. I believe in Stroud being able to move the football and put up points. And everybody talks about how this Cleveland defense is so great, and they're good. They are, but they haven't been as good on the road this year. If you look, there's a huge drop in the Browns' defensive numbers away from Cleveland. So a fast track, 44.5 the total. I think it can go over. Miami, KC, it feels like not a single soul wants Miami. And And I'm part of the crowd that likes Kansas City. I just think it's too much to ask for Miami. It's a cold weather game. They're terrible in cold weather. They haven't beaten anybody good on the road. They're on a short week, Sunday night against Buffalo for the division, and Saturday night now on the road in Kansas City. The offense did nothing in the second half last week. The defense is beaten up, injuries galore, Chubb and Howard and Jalen Phillips, and you go on down the list. And then, of course, in the offensive side are Mostert and Waddle going to play for Miami. They're questionable. So, I like Kansas City there. It's getting up there. It's up to 4.5, but I don't trust Miami. And then Sunday, Pittsburgh, Buffalo. Look, I'm taking the ugly dog, Pittsburgh. I mean, Buffalo, I can't get last year's playoffs out of my mind. Skylar Thompson, third-string quarterback for Miami, and Buffalo is life and death at home to win that wild card game, and then they lose to Cincy the very next week. So I think it's a big number, and Pittsburgh has gotten some good momentum and rhythm going with Rudolph. It's going to be tough in Buffalo, that environment, and no TJ Watt, and I know what the record is for Pittsburgh without Watt. They've struggled, but I think that's a lot of points. If Buffalo's going to turn it over like they did against Miami last week, and I know they won that game, that's asking a lot to lay 10 points when you're making mistakes and you're taking penalties and you're turning the football over. So I don't love that game, but I'm definitely going to probably look at some form small on Pittsburgh. Nothing on the total. It's going to be a bad weather day in Buffalo. We're looking at wind, maybe some snow showers too. So be careful with that total. That's why all the under monies come in. Green Bay, Dallas. I like Green Bay and over. I don't trust Dallas undefeated straight up at home, but on against good teams at home the last couple. Detroit barely won. Seattle hung around that whole game Thursday night in Dallas a few weeks ago. The defense hasn't been as great. Jordan Love's playing with good confidence. Defense for Green Bay does worry me, which is why I like the over. I think there'll be points. But Jair Alexander back in the secondary does help. I think they keep that a one-score game. Sunday night, Rams-Lions, great matchup. Stafford back in Detroit, facing his old team. Jared Goff with an axe to grind. No, not enough people are talking about that. Everyone's talking about Stafford. Goff got jilted by Sean McVay and the Rams. They kicked him to the curb. You don't think he wants to play well and stick it up their ass in this game on Sunday night? I think he does. At 3, I lean Lions. I think that place is going to be humming on Sunday night. It's tough to go against the Rams. They're playing great going into this one, and McVay with time to prepare here. But I lean Lions. I like that game more, though, the total over the number. I think there's points there. I think both teams are better on the offensive side. And don't ask me about Eagles-Bucks on Monday night. I have nothing there. I don't trust either team. I'm not laying points on the road with Philadelphia with that epic collapse down the stretch. And I don't trust Tampa Bay enough to take advantage of a Philly team struggling and limping into the playoffs. So easy pass there.
Good
Hey,
stuff.
good stuff per usual, Babano. I'm gonna come to you here, Dutchie, and we got 6 games to look at. Any of them catch your attention?
Yeah, man. Man, me and Babano kind of on the other side of a lot of these games. I do like the Houston Cleveland game's tough for me. I will be having a teaser. I'll tease the 2 Saturday games. Both dogs. I'll have the 8 and the 10.5 with Miami, but I like Miami 4.5. I think Mozart will be back. I think Waddle will be back. Tyreek going against his old boys. I just don't like what I see out of Kansas City. Obviously, it's a concern for me with the defensive injuries on Miami. I don't know so much about this cold weather though. Keep in mind, these boys go to New England, they go to Buffalo, they go to New York every fucking year. So they know what it's like to play in cold weather. Not to mention A-Chain's looking really nice on the ground. I just think they got a lot of weapons. Tua can get the ball out quick. Short dump offs and run the ball an awful lot. So to me, the key thing is to contain that Pacheco and that run defense for Miami. So as long as they can, not let Pacheco run all over them and do these little trick plays that Reed can create. And then Mahomes has been a threat out of the backfield as well. Contain Mahomes from running, and I think don't let Pacheco run all over you. And I think they're in this football game. I expect Kansas City to probably win it, find a way to win it. But 4.5, I mean, the way we've seen Kansas City play, I mean, I know they beat Cincinnati and they just had this bum fight against the Chargers with the backups and shit. But I mean, Kansas City has not looked like a good football team. They don't have the weapons, in my opinion. I like Pacheco a lot. I think he's one of the better runners in the game out of the backfield. Outside of and Kelsey seems to be a step slow. They don't have a 1. They really don't even have a 2, to be quite honest with you. So the defense, they're knowing Mahomes a little bit better. Obviously, he's kind of came back to reality a little bit as well. So big, there's usually a big edge to Andy Reid, but I like McDaniels from an offensive perspective. Maybe, and I think his players play for him. So usually I give a huge edge to the coaching, but I do think the coach for the Dolphins is pretty solid. So give me Miami plus 4.5. I like Buffalo an awful lot. I think there's levels to this shit. Buffalo's won 5 straight. Pittsburgh, I don't know how the fuck this team is in the playoffs. And you lose your best player. I mean, how the fuck black and yellow, how the fuck are they in the playoffs? And I think everyone is going to the window with Pittsburgh. I mean, everybody wants Pittsburgh. So I just don't get it. I don't see it. Najee Harris to me is not that great. I actually think the backup running back, drawing a blank on his name, runs hard. I like him.
Warren.
Contain the run, Buffalo. And speaking about running, Jane Cook, god damn, he been cooking, bro. Dalvin Cook's little brother out of Georgia. Buffalo's bought in. They do what I've been wanting to do for the last 2 years, and that's run the fucking football. They can do that. Number one thing is hold on to the football, take care of the football. Josh Allen, please. You're 6'5", 250. You're fucking a beast as long as you don't turn over the ball. I think they win that game by 2 touchdowns, easy, probably 3. I like Dallas as well. I don't know if I'll go to the window with Dallas. A lot of love for Green Bay. I don't see it. I like the over probably in that game as well. Detroit, LA. We talked about this a little bit last night. I wanted to bet the Rams, but there's so much love for the Rams. Like Detroit's a pretty good offensive football team. So still a little bit more to look into that. But at the beginning, I was like, oh, I'm going to bet the Rams. And now I'm starting to pump my brakes a little bit. And I do think the Eagles are on another level, even though, this team's hard to bet on. But Jalen Hurts, Baker Mayfield, come on, man. Come on. A.J. Brown, shut the fuck up and just play football, please. God damn. They got a lot of talent over there. Eagles, for a field goal, that should be good money in Tampa. But we'll get to that. We'll get to there on Monday. You know what I mean? No, nothing official until Monday on that motherfucker.
By the way, Kelsey, Dutch mentioned the struggles of Travis Kelce. It's funny how coincidentally, all of a sudden, he starts dicking around figuratively and literally with Taylor, and now all of a sudden he's struggling, and he's not playing like that same tight end.
Well, I mean, he's been killing it for so long, taking big hits for so long. I think it's a little bit of everything, to be quite honest with you. But and they have no real weapons. Like when you don't have any real weapons on the outside, they can focus an awful lot on Kelce. So I don't know. I'm not that high on Kansas City.
Wham Bam, you next up in line. 6 games. How you feeling about them?
Yeah, 6 games, man. Go through them real briefly, man. I believe in CJ Stroud too. But I do believe that this is probably the best defense in this playoff that's going to be playing in this weekend here. It's the Cleveland Browns defense. And I remember when everyone loved the Texans against the Panthers, and the Panthers won outright. I do remember that. So I'm going to stay away from I've really been back and forth with this game, but I think I'm going to stay away from this. I think Joe Flacco, since he got that contract and it's been incentivized for him to win in the playoffs, I think that kind of just shows a little bit where Cleveland narrative is going to be heading forward, especially if he continues to do stuff. This is the easiest way to push out fucking Deshaun Watson, man, have this boy win. So narrative might be a little bit too strong to back to stay away from Joe Flacco here. So especially I think Teddy B brought up the Joe Flacco against the Ravens next week, that would be his opponent. So that's another narrative crazy that I can't keep my mind off of. So I might stay away from the Houston game. Next game, I think it's just too much for me to I gotta go Tyreek revenge here, man. I know that the insurance fraud shit is underway. I know that they got Taylor Swifty in attendance and all that stuff that they love for Kansas City and all that good shit. But now that we see Bill Belichick is out, we seen Saban retired. Get these boys out of here too, Get these motherfucking boys out of here too. So I like the Dolphins here. I think a chain is the guy. I think that dual threat with Tyreek Hill, a chain. We haven't seen that full throttle yet. We still haven't seen all that full throttle. And if they were able to pull that off in cold weather. I think they just boost up their odds to win this Super Bowl, boost up their odds, even though they failed to win last game. So I think I like the Dolphins to bounce back here against Kansas City. So I'm going to be mostly on them there. Buffalo has to hold it down, like you said. They got to stop turning over the ball. Is Josh Allen going to stop turning over the ball? If he sticks to sticking to Cook, like you said, Dutch, they'll be able to win and cover this game convincingly and be able to go on healthy. I think that's the main thing. Just get out this game healthy. That should be their goal there. Not even to win or cover anything. Just get out there healthy. So I'm staying away from that game. The next game, I think Dallas has to continue to win. Green Bay, good story, bro. Get out of here, little brother. Dallas got to continue to win. Big money to be made for the NFL. I'm not even going to think too much of it. Dallas wins that game. And then the next game, big narratives here, bro. This is the biggest narrative, I think, of the weekend outside of that Tyreek Hill win that he's going to have. I think this one is tough, but I got to go Detroit here because I've just been backing their offense all year. I think that I knew that they're going to be able to get in this position. The fact that they're going to be able to host a playoff game, I think it's just big for that city, big for everything here, especially big going up against your old former quarterback there. And this is all house money right now with the Rams. The Rams should never even been in this situation. They mortgaged their whole future for that Super Bowl. The fact that they're here is all house money. So it doesn't even matter how this happens, how this ends. They got Puka Nakua. They up like a mug. So I think Detroit holds it down. And then the next game, they've been playing possum, just like Chad Ochocinco told y'all. They're going to blow the doors off of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. Anybody that was in the NFC South was going to see, they're going to get smoked. So don't even worry about it. The Eagles win by margin there. And that's how I feel.
All right, I'm next up. And I just have very brief thoughts. For one, I think, I trust CJ Stroud. Ian already talked about the defense for Cleveland on the road being a little bit poor. We saw this line already go up to 3 and come back down to 2. I think, I'm with the market there. I think it's a little bit too much love for Cleveland. I believe Houston is the right side. Miami and Kansas City. Miami in the cold, there's things I don't like about Miami. Miami in the cold, don't trust Tua. Miami's not good versus good teams. I don't know why it's a whole lot to like for Miami. I know Kansas City hasn't been looking great, but I'll roll with the quarterback I trust more. And you guys can talk about the coach in Miami. I'll trust Andy Reid. The thing I'm thinking in that game is Kansas City likes to, get up early and then, take their foot off the gas. I'd probably want to get on Kansas City first half. While I say that, you try to look at the number here. First half is -3. Full game is -4.5. First half -3. I think Kansas City is up by margin at the first half. So that's how I'm looking at it right now. Double-digit favorites, really good in the playoffs, really good in the wild card. But Bills -10. And man, that's looking like a levels to this shit kind of play. Why the hell are the Steelers even there? Like Dutch said. So I like the Bills in that game. Dallas at home, trust a lot. On the road, not so much. So seeing them at home, I want to try to find ways to back them. I may end up just teasing them with another game I'll mention, and really trying to find ways to back Dallas at home. Detroit, I just think they've been on fire all year. Why would they not? I mean, like Ian said, the play's gonna be humming in Detroit. City's gonna go crazy, and they're a really talented team. I think they're more than capable of winning. I agree with the point of Goff wanting to stick it to the Rams too, and I think the Lions are the right side in that game. As far as Tampa Bay and Philly, I just don't like the way the Eagles have been looking lately. My thought process is, what are they gonna do with Mike Evans in that game? If Mike Evans, if he's throwing it up to Mike Evans, he goes and grabs 2 quick touchdowns. Are the Eagles going to come back and win? I don't have confidence in that. I think Mike Evans can do whatever he wants in that game. So I'm thinking about the Bucks. I may end up teasing the Bucks with the Cowboys. We shall see. But good stuff from the panel. Talked about all the wild card games, and now it's that part of the show where we look at best bets. So, per usual, I go to my guy Wham Bam first, and I always say this because you've been killing the props, but I think you're going with a prop today. Let people know how to get paid.
Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all 2 here, bro. I think y'all could pick y'all poisons and whatever one you like the best. This is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna go to somebody that we already do respect at least. Derek White, Caillou himself, over 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I like this look a lot because I do think he bounced back with the 14.5 points, but we're going to try to take away from that because he has been dishing the ball. And we know that there's other guys can be, ball hogs at one point. So I think that there will be moments that they hold it down, hold the ball, but they're going to be rebounds available without Al Horford, and Derek White should be in line for that. The next one, I'm going to take the Lakers, man. I know y'all, and the line is moving against me. +1, +1.5. I understand KD get the chance to get the boy back, but LeBron James showed y'all, man, through the test of time, AD is gonna really show y'all in this game that he's the best player on the court. So give me that, and I do also like AD to get 3, but Lakers -1 is official play there, and then we're gonna take Caillou over 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
Good stuff from my guy Wham Bam. Next up, we're rocking with Babano here, and I don't know which direction Babano is going, but I think if I had to choose, I think it'll be a total. How you feeling about the card today, Babano?
Yeah, I mean, if we had done a show yesterday, I would have been on Raptors Clippers, but it would have been probably the best bet for me on the show would have been an over with one of the 2 LA teams. I like that Raptors Lakers over on Tuesday night as well, which got there. And I'm going to go right back to the well with a third straight night with an over in a game with one of the LA teams. Right back to Suns and Lakers over the total in that one, over 237.5. I think it gets there. I like Phoenix too. I think the total's the stronger look. I still am not fully there with the Suns defensively, but I think they'll be able to score here tonight for sure against this Lakers team, and the Lakers will have their share of success scoring in bunches as well. So Suns Lakers over 237.5 for best bet.
All right, I knew you would get there with an over. I think that's a very solid
And
pick.
saturated, big Illinois fan. I like them in college basketball against Michigan State to take down Sparty.
All right,
No
a bonus.
Fighting Illini.
Good stuff.
And the over in that
Bonus
game.
from Babano. I'm next up, and I'm going to go to New York and Dallas. I'm not going to run to the window with the side. I might get there by the end of the day on a contrarian play kind of deal, but I'm rocking with the total here. New York, their defense has been immaculate ever since the trade. They're holding teams to 97.4 points per game, and Dallas is missing, their superstar in Luka. This Dallas team also playing good defense, and I get they're missing, Lively and maybe some paint protection. They've missed them a couple games, and still the last 5 games, both teams are top 5 defensive rated teams. Gone under 4 of the last 5 for Dallas. I just think it's more of a lower scoring under type game. I think it's not only going to be the Knicks playing defense tonight. So under 235, the best bet for myself. And last but not least, we're going to move right over to our guy Dutch. Let the people know how to get paid and take us home.
Yeah, man, we're going to Milwaukee, man. For first half, you can get a better number now, but you can get -1.5. But it's fear the motherfucking deer. It's a clear Milwaukee spot. Boston's entire basketball team. I like Milwaukee first half, as well as full game, but definitely first half -1.5. It's good money, man. It's good money. Check it out. Appreciate all the real ones that are here vibing out with us right here with the 4 OGs. Like and subscribe to our boy Skee's channel. Show some motherfucking love. Drop a comment below and keep us through the algorithm. Help us out a little bit in the comment below on the YouTube channel. Let us know your best play on the board. Let us know. Drop a motherfucking emoji, whatever it is. But be sure to like, subscribe, share the motherfucking video. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed, and let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.